We're in today with the GeForce GTX 690. This is a 2012 video card with 2 GB of VRAM GDDR5. It's got 1536 shaders running at 915 MHz on the core clock and 1502 MHz on the memory clock. 256 bits bus width, DirectX 11, and we're gonna pair it up with this i7 4th gen with 4 cores and 8 threads. And we're gonna take this video card and we're gonna jump in a couple of games with SLI compatibility. Let's go. If you want to use this video card properly, you have to enter in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. If you enter in S.T.A.L.K.E.R with maximum details, full dynamic light, everything at maximum, you can actually see you get hundreds of FPS. It looks fantastic, you know, lots of details, lots of lights, shadows. It makes the game look fantastic overall, you know, with this video card. Let me explain. This video card doesn't have wattage sensor, but I have put the power meter and it shows you how much the computer is consuming, you know. So we got 300 watts consumption from this computer and minus 35 from the CPU. You understand, I got a couple of 200 watts consumption from this video card. So how does it work? It works fantastic. So in S.T.A.L.K.E.R you can actually see with maximum details, with 50% load on the cores, it's doing a fantastic job. 55 degrees on the cores. I mean, come on, this is actually fantastic. I put 95% on the fan power in order to get the best temperature here. It looks great, you know, if you take a look on the game, you know, but yeah, if you're interested on actually playing games that works on a video card like this, you need to put like this. Like S.T.A.L.K.E.R. It's working SLI. It's using only 600 megabytes of VRAM, but my god, this is awesome, seriously. It's working great, it looks fantastic, it's very scalable. On the system side, it's using 4.1 gig of system RAM, 20-30% load on the CPU. I would say it's decent with 60 degrees. I like it, seriously. I like how it's working in S.T.A.L.K.E.R with this video card. This is how it needs to be used. But if we're jumping in Dragon Age with this video card, you're gonna see some very interesting performance from this video card in SLI. It's working really nice. It's very scalable. It's fantastic for this video card. You can actually see smoke and everything. There is no problem with delivering the performance. Maximum details. The game looks exactly what I'm expecting to look, you know. It looks fantastic with this video card on maximum detail. So 800 megabytes of VRAM utilized, 85% load on the cores. You can actually see the wattage, 370 watts consumption from the wall. So I will say it's an overall good performance, you know. It's being utilized, this computer overall. The only thing I'm worried about is that it's only 1400 RPM on this radiator. I know it's an Acceleron, but it's only we're using 1500 RPM, 1500 RPM. I mean, come on, it's not the best, but you should do more. But it's keeping 68, it's okay, nearly maximum fan speed. Syndicate is one of those games that actually works really nice with SLI. It looks fantastic on maximum details 1080p. 250 watts consumption from the wall for the whole computer, so it's utilizing the video card just a little. Usage is good on the video card, half of the cores are fully loaded, hence why I got 280 watts consumption from the computer apparently. I'm 100% is gonna go up the moment I go outside, so I just wanted to see how it looks overall, you know. Do I like how the game looks? It looks fantastic. Even if I'm outside, you can actually see, actually it's reaching, you know, it's going to 300 watts consumption, you know. I'm 100% sure that if you adjust the computer in such a way, then you can benefit from it. 300, nearly to 400 watts is acceptable, you know, but you need games that runs with SLI, yes? So in some cases, it's going on the video card. Can actually see 1000 megahertz on the core clock, and in some cases 900 depending on how much usage there is. Only 500 megabytes of VRAM. I got 2 gig of VRAM per core, so yeah, I think it suffices. 54 degrees on the cores. Yeah, definitely a decent performance. It looks, I know it's not the brightest game, you know, to test on this video card, but barely any time I'm seeing this game running at maximum quality. It looks fantastic with this video card, with the GTX 690, you know, in SLI. It's working in SLI, but you can actually see 30-40% load on the video card's core, 400 megabytes of VRAM only, you know, so it's not that heavy on this video card, you know, because the core is super fast comparing comparing this video card with the old video cards that I'm testing in this game. So I like how it's working, you know. I like what I'm seeing here because I wanted to see if it's working and it's scaling perfectly in with SLI, you know, and it does. It looks fantastic. I'm very happy that it's working with SLI because I can add it there on the SLI list. So I'm very happy. 51 degrees on 53, 54 degrees on the GPU. I will say in overall performance is great, you know. On the CPU side, you got like 37 watts maximum consumption from the CPU, 3.6 gig of system RAM. So overall performance from the computer and the GPU, it's kind of great, you know. So yeah, 300 FPS, it's not ideal to have because if I look at the meter, you can actually see I got 260 watts consumption, and if I put 60 FPS on the limit because I know they need more, I'm 100% sure the whole computer will become efficient. So maximum power, maximum unlock for this, it's quite okay, you know. So yeah, I really like it. Does it run Crysis? Let's see how it's running with maximum details. Oh, look at this, 200 FPS. 420 watts. Damn, Daniel. Oh my god, it's utilizing the video card. Nearly 1 gig of VRAM, 850 megabytes of VRAM utilized. On maximum detail, it looks fantastic, you know. The game looks extremely awesome. It's utilizing the cores at maximum, so you can actually see the frequency going up really well. On the core load, it goes around 50-60% load on the core, so that is the reason why I got like 60 watts consumption. But with this cooler, it's quite fantastic, you know. Yeah, outside I got 70-80 FPS on average. This is actually good. The frame time stays steady, and in some cases you can actually see it's doing a fantastic job, you know. I don't understand why I had 420 watts. I think because the game was pushing 200 FPS. So if he had 200 FPS, that was the reason. Didn't know that, seriously. So with 100 FPS, there's a lot of details to be loaded, you know. It's not using to think about it. Your wattage consumption on your video card is based on how many FPS you get. So if I stay like this, I get like 90 FPS. What happens if I look at the ground? 200 FPS. 420 watts. Okay, I learned something. So 60 FPS, apparently it gives me less wattage on this video card, but it's loading up the VRAM, nearly 930 megabytes of VRAM utilized. So you can actually see the details are there. The GPU is doing the job. So yeah, there's not lots of spikes. Sometimes when you're switching from normal to scope, see, it's doing some spikes here in the graph. Yeah, that's it. But if we're jumping in F.E.A.R, you can actually see that the video card is doing a fantastic job. There is no need for this amount of power from this video card. I'm not gonna lie. Holy, the slow-mo. Yeah, boy. The effects are super nice. So did it manage to do an impact on my performance here with this video card? No, nothing. Fumes, nothing. Apparently it doesn't lag. It's doing a fantastic job here with this video card, but it's 53 FPS. You know, I'm actually surprised that it's utilizing only this amount of wattage, the video card, considering how many FPS I have. 600 megabytes of VRAM it's using, you know, but the core is not loaded. 20-30% load. Where's the consumption on the video card? Seriously. Nada. 700 megahertz. That means the video card is working on idle. It looks fantastic. It runs fantastic. It likes SLI. So can't say nothing. But if we're jumping in Hellgate London with this video card, you can actually see on maximum details the video card is doing a fantastic job. It's utilizing the GPU. It's running really nice. It looks fantastic. There is no problem here when it comes to performance. There is no bugs. Scaling is perfect. I will say an overall performance is great. The load on the GPU is is done properly, you can actually see that the video card it's around sometimes 90% load on the cores, and it's over 300 watts. And I actually like how it's working in this game, seriously, because it's utilizing the system. 4.4 gig of system RAM use, 31 watts consumption from the CPU. So an overall performance is great. You know, there is no problem on that side. You know, the computer is great, the system it's doing the job, and it's working really nice with this video card. Maximum core speed, that is very important. 70% load on the core, but 71 degrees on the GPU. It's using the video card. It's got 200 FPS average, so I would say yeah, it's great. Gothic is another game that is benefiting from SLI. You can actually see on 1080p with maximum details. It looks fantastic. You know, there is no bugs here. It's really scaling properly. It's working really nice with this video card, so I can't complain here. The details are here. The GPU is doing a fantastic job. 100 FPS, over 100 FPS. I will say this is quite decent. 500 to 600 megabytes of VRAM being utilized. There are some spikes here and there, but yeah, I think it's all depending on the details in the map, you know, because it's a very open world, and every time you're moving the mouse around on the world, you can actually see it has to load something, and 100% that's the problem. Maybe it's the hard drive, you know. Maybe it's because of the amount of details that has to load, because of the hard drive is doing those spikes. On the other hand, Fallout apparently is doing even better with 60 FPS, because locked with 60 FPS. It's kind of fantastic. Only 600 megabytes of VRAM utilized, 700 megahertz on the core of the video card. And look at it, under 200 watts, the whole system. I like it. You know, if I can keep it like this, then it's okay. Sometimes it's passing 200 watts, but it's acceptable. Maximum quality is great with this game because it doesn't demand a lot of power like this GTX 690, you know. So I will say whatever you have, even older video cards, it's capable of delivering. 30% load on the video card. I mean, barely any hit, seriously. This is an old game, so even if I put it on maximum details, you can actually see the game, it's oldish, you know, but it's for the old hardware. And the GTX 690, it's just a glorified hardware that is for old games. I'm not gonna lie, that's how I see it. There is a couple of spikes, see, a couple of spikes on the graph, but I'm 100% sure it's from the hard drive when you move in another area, when you move super fast and you put a lot of details. You know what? I will not complain. To be true, this is one of those video cards that I would recommend to everybody who likes to have an SLI configuration. Even if the video card doesn't have driver support, I think that this video card is like the last best SLI configuration that is working really nice with all games. It feels very smooth. There is no problem. You can cool it super nice, you know. This video card is I will try to use that blower style, that I think the Founders Edition, maybe in the future, to see how it performs versus this Acceleroid cooler. But overall, I like the 690 because it's an awesome video card overall, you know. So I like it. This is how I'm thinking, you know. If I want some old games with an old operating system, and I will put a video card like this, no question. I know that I'm seeing every single day how the list of games that is supporting SLI, you know, how it's adding up. You know, the list is getting bigger when it comes to SLI games. So I really like it every day, more and more. It's not very expensive, one. I mean, considering with other dual BGA video cards and how rare are the other ones, you know, when it comes to finding them, I'm 100% sure you will pay more money for an older video card with dual core than this 690. You can get this one cheap. If I have to compare this on the price versus a Titan Z, you cannot compare them, you know, because you can get 4 or 5 video cards like this for the price of a Titan Z. Do you want a Titan Z? No. That's it. It's for all games. That's it. For the rest, it's not worth it. But yeah, all depends on the price. If the price is right, it's fantastic. If you have any suggestion in the future for this video card or for SLI, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.